record button. Hello, I'm Dave Koji. Welcome to the Pickleball Lounge, where I speak to influential members of the pickleball community about their involvement and experience on and off the pickleball court. Before we begin, I'd like to thank Astria Pickleball for sponsoring this episode. Head over to astriapickleball.com for the innovative paddles and gear. In this episode, we'll be speaking to James Ignatowich. James has a special place in my heart because he grew up in Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut. And he played tennis as a youngster. He played D1 tennis at Vanderbilt and began playing pickleball after leaving Vanderbilt. James is known for his work ethic, power, and quick hands, and his beloved personality and sense of humor. James is sponsored by Selkirk and is ranked in the top 10 in the world for singles. He won the 2022 Major League Pickleball in Newport Beach, and he just won 2 gold medals at the Vulcan Indoor National Championships in mixed doubles and singles. Thanks, James, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to be honest. Anna Bright, my girlfriend, pickleball legend as well, she made me Indian food. So we got takeout Indian food. And she, she's the best cook ever. She actually reheated it, which is, high level stuff. I don't even know how to do it. And it's warm, and I'm not going to eat too much, but I just want to know if I could, like occasionally take some small bites of this naan. I don't know if I'm allowed to on your show. I mean, this is your show. I'm just a random guy, so
I am open to change, even on the fly, James. Please enjoy your food.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one thing that just came up that a little bit serious, but DJ Young has been fined for his paddle throwing to the crowd after he slammed into the ground, which again, I want to reiterate to the audience that it was not intentional by any means. It just happened to deflect that way. Do you think that was the right thing to do by the PPA? And do you think that fine will deter players for engaging in similar behavior in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably the right thing to do because you want to set a standard for what's okay and what's not okay. And I think throwing paddles, especially those carbon paddles, those trampoline, like paddles, it's not safe. And DJ is a guy where he's pretty emotional. It's tough for a guy like DJ. I mean, he's got no hands, and he's out there getting attacked. And like for me, yeah, I mean, he's playing against Federico Staksrud, who, like, we're talking no hands, like we're talking a guy who's got maybe if DJ's here in terms of hand speed, Federico is here, like he's not a big. So basically, like, I mean, I remember when I used to play back when I was like a month in and I was just learning the game, and it wasn't easy for me to keep up in like fast hands rallies because I didn't really have like the muscle memory. I didn't know where the ball was going to be. And I went out there and I played with JW and Dylan Frazier because they were in town, and I was lucky. I lived in Delray. I lived in a town where there was a lot of like great players around, and they just destroyed me. They were speeding up at me. They were just killing me on both sides. And I was like, this isn't fun. And I wanted to throw my paddle too. So obviously these days I can't relate to DJ because I'm tough to attack.
Yeah.
But
I hear you, man.
If I were DJ getting attacked like that, I mean, it's not fun. It's emasculating. So, hey, if he wants to throw his paddle and cause a fit, throw a tantrum, can't blame him because a guy like him, you can just kind of feel for him. It's tough to change such a weakness.
You're so right. You got to have the fast hands or you're just in trouble, man. So the thing was like McGuffin, he broke a paddle over his knee. Davite just slammed her paddle. I don't know where the rules are. Have you guys been alerted to any rules or fines that you have to watch out for, or is it just kind of a case-by-case basis?
I think it's case by case. I haven't heard of any specific fines. I mean, you definitely shouldn't fine Tyson for slamming his paddle over his knee. I don't think that's like a finable thing. I think that's more of like he looked cool while doing it too, right? So
like Bo Jackson,
Exactly. Tyson's the Bo Jackson of pickleball. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a similarity between those two. I can't. But he's so him, I mean, Salome, what did she do? I don't even know what she does. I
She slammed her. She lost the point, lost a game, slammed her paddle down. Nothing. The paddle didn't fly or ricochet anywhere, but um, I
she didn't
guess
slam
that was
the paddle because she got overruled.
it. Oh, this is fun, James. Well, let's move on. So, congrats on your 2 gold medals at the Vulcan tournament. Obviously, that's impressive. How does it feel to be rewarded for all the hard work you put into this?
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. Like I kind of see like how much better I'm getting every day. Um, so it's kind of just like it was kind of just been like a matter of time. I never was too invested in the results.
Yeah,
I was more so like just having so much fun playing. I think I'm so lucky to be able to make money at all playing a
yeah,
sport that's so fun. And I don't think anybody loves pickleball as much as me. I love it. I'll play it all day. And I wouldn't even consider it hard work. Like when I play, I'm just having so much fun. I'm just out there because I want to be out there. If I played, like if you told me that the difference between playing 3 hours, and this is, these days I'm playing less to preserve my body, and
yeah.
I'm really only playing 2 or 3 hours a day now. But like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, like if you told me the difference in my improvement based on 3 hours a day versus 6 hours a day was nothing. Like after three
Oh,
hours a day, you're not going to get any better. If you told me that, I would still play 6 hours a day
right.
because that's how much I love playing. It was like, I don't care. Like I wasn't playing 6 hours a day to get better. I was playing 6 hours a day because it was so fun.
Yeah.
So I never really saw it as hard work. I mean, um, I just kind of saw it as like something where I was like, what else am I going to do? So
Well, let's talk about your work ethic. So let's rewind the clocks a little bit. You get dominated by a 7-year-old when you 70-year-old man when you first start playing. You commit yourself to 8 straight days of vigorous work to improve your game. You come back and you put the hurting on the old guy. Is is that how you still approach the game now with a strong passion and desire to win?
I hate to lose. I just had an exhibition
Yeah.
on clay. So
Really? Wow.
exhibition on clay. We're playing with Anna Bright, who is a female, great player, but she's a
Yes, she
chick.
is. Yep.
Like Mircha, who's a great player, but he's old,
Mm.
50 something, and Tyra Black, who has no idea how to play. She's like doesn't even know what she's doing. And I'm out there, and like it's an exhibition. There's like 50 old people watching, and I I'm getting kind of iced out. Like I'm not seeing a lot of balls. And I'm not going to take over the whole court because you can't do that in an exhibition. You can't go hard. But I just can't. I was getting so mad. Like I was losing. Me and Tyra lost to Anna and Mircha, and I was playing it cool, but I was so mad. And it was
Mm.
on clay. We're playing with rubber balls. Like I just oh my gosh, I can't handle losing. Like I mean I can handle it, but like I just when I'm out there, like I need to be going 100%. I can't do like the whole fun like oh, it's an exhibition, just going to hit some balls and have fun. Like that's not fun for me. What's
Yeah.
fun for me is going 100% and trying to challenge myself to make the next ball better and to like not have lapses in focus. Like that's fun to try to be at 100%, stay at 100 as long as I can, and try to like win the war with myself and like my own mind. That's fun. It's not fun for me to stand around and make jokes.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of the same way actually. um, so let's talk about Anna Wright. Uh, great player, you know,
You're all
really
right.
focused. So for the mixed doubles gold, you have to beat her. So your off-court partner, Anna Wright, how did that first interaction go after the match? She just seems like supercharged on the court. What was that first interaction like?
It was great. I mean, she said, James, you played so well. You dominated me. And I love yeah, that's not how it went. No, I mean we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and hung out with Dylan Frazier, who it's easy to hang out with him. I mean, he'll make the vibes a lot better. And that was it. I mean, we didn't. There wasn't really any sort of like negative interactions. It was more just like, you know, it's tough to lose to anybody.
Sure.
So especially a competitor like Anna, who's so competitive, and playing with Riley, who's such an incredible player. It's like you don't expect to lose.
Right.
So if you do lose, it's difficult. And they just ran into a beast.
Yeah.
And
Into a wall right there, man. You can't go
yeah,
through a wall.
but no, it was okay. I mean, the to answer your question, no, the interactions were fine. I think we also decided to start playing together, so
Yeah.
we're gonna play together for the rest of the year. Anna
Oh,
and
you
I.
are? Okay. Oh, good for you.
Yep, yep.
Um, no, yeah, you seem very competitive. She looks extremely competitive. I don't know how she's off court, but are you guys like having like serial races at your place? Like, are you always competing?
I'm actually more competitive than Anna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I think she would say that too. Um, Sorry, one second.
Yeah, all good.
Um, yeah, no, Anna would probably say that I'm more competitive. I like when we would play like dink games or like any sort of like skinny single, or not. We don't really play skinny, but like
Yeah,
I'm trying to win, like, because I've always found that if I'm kind of weird, like I'm very like habit oriented. I tend to do like the same thing every
mm,
day, and I do the same thing pretty often. So like if I don't go 100% in terms of like competitiveness and trying my hardest to win, um, then it starts to bleed into my next practice. But and it's funny because I was always like that in tennis. This is why I'm so
yeah,
focused on competitive in pickleball, because in tennis I was the least competitive, and I was always kind of messing around. I was tanking. I wasn't moving my feet. I wasn't doing anything really like that was conducive with consistent winning. It was more just like whatever, having fun, and not really even having fun, but not trying that hard. And then I started playing pickle, and I was actually the same. I wasn't moving my feet at all when I first started playing pickle.
yeah,
I wasn't trying that hard. And then I started to try hard, and I started to move my feet more. And then slowly but surely, like I started to build momentum where now when I'm out there, like, or even 6 months ago, it's like every time I'm out there, it feels normal to be 100% intensity every single time,
yeah.
every single practice. And now it's like, if I'm not at 100% intensity, like it feels weird. I can't do it. So I think you just have to create the habits of doing it every single time, 100% intensely. And then it's not even hard work. It's just what you do. Your body just does it.
Are you playing? I mean, it sounds like you have to be when you're on the court, you have to be competitive. So, are you playing? Obviously, Anna Bright's probably something you probably play with, but are you playing with other pros that are pros nearby you? Are you just playing constantly at that top level, even when you practice?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you
Like,
are. Okay.
yeah, I'm always playing with either like Anna or JW, or like Dylan's in town now, sometimes Anna Lee. I've got this friend Dave
Oh,
who's
11 ounce paddle guy. I was gonna ask you about him.
this guy.
The Dave, the 11 ounce paddle guy, right?
Yeah, how did you know about him?
I did some research, James. Come on now. I
Okay.
Let's talk about Dave, the 11 ounce paddle guy. Has he played in the tournament yet?
Yeah, so he played. He actually doesn't use an 11-ounce paddle anymore.
Oh,
He uses the Legacy, which is like the most powerful paddle in the game.
Legacy Pro.
Yeah,
That looks like a beast paddle. Yeah.
yeah. And Dave has. Let's just set the stage. So Dave is a guy who is just obsessed with training. And 8 months ago, 9 months ago, I told the world about Dave
You
on
did.
an interview. I was like, "This, I've got my boy Dave. He's coming. He's dinking 6 hours a day, dropping 6 hours. He was playing 8 hours a day, just drilling cross court dinks. That guy has hit just about as many backhand cross court dinks as Colin Johns has hit forehand cross court. Mark my words. He has drilled at incredible levels. Actually, so anyway, he keeps drilling. August rolls around. I win Major League Pickleball. I'm like, yo, Dave, you gonna play any tournaments? He's like, no, still training. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then I go to school in September, and I went back to Vanderbilt, Nashville.
Yeah.
and nobody there to play with. So I'm like, okay, I need somebody to come train with me. So I called Dave. I'm like, Dave, come sleep on my floor in Nashville. We're going to go to the local park while I'm at school because I'm going crazy at school because I need to play pickleball.
Yeah.
At this point, I was already an established pickleball player. I won Major League Pickleball and I loved it. And I wasn't getting to play because nobody in Nashville was above a 4 or 5. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Dave, get to Nashville now. I will pay for your flight. I'll pay for your Uber from the airport to my house, and you will sleep on my floor. I just got you an air mattress. Let's go. He does it about as quick as he could. He says yes before I even finished my sentence. Okay. Wow. Comes, me and Dave played in Nashville probably 8 hours a day, every single day for
Wow.
like a month. And that was actually a big part of my development because after that month, I was so repped. I had so many reps, like my dinks got so much better. I used to go up to the kitchen, I'd be like, shoot, like I'm kind of tight. Maybe I'm gonna miss a dink. After that month, I was like, I don't know how to miss a dink. I forgot. And same, so we were doing drops, dinks, everything. And that was back until October. He leaves, I leave school, taking a gap year. Dave has been still playing 6 hours to 8 hours a day.
Wow.
He's hit more shots than anybody. He's played more than me. And he's like, okay, I'm going to sign up for my first tournament. It's time. Men's 5-0. 5-0 in Florida. And Florida is, 5-0 in Florida is pretty solid. Like, it's not like 5-0 in, like Chris Olsen lives in Idaho. Not the same. He makes it all the way to the finals with his friend Jericho. They get to the finals, and then they lose to Anna Bright and Georgia Johnson.
No.
Anna Bright and Georgia Johnson signed up for men's 5-0.
Okay.
And they were up. Dave was grinding them down. He was chiseling his dinks,
Chopping them down. Yep.
beating Georgia down. And then they were up 8-2 in the third. 8-2 in the third set in the third game, and they crumbled.
Yeah. Putting under pressure. Too much.
He wasn't ready for the pressure.
It wasn't.
But he signed up for PPA Florida, and he's playing with Tyra Black. And if there's one thing I know about Dave, he's gonna choke again.
I want to interview this Dave, this mythical being of Dave.
Well, he actually, by the way, he just played. So that was the day before. So then yesterday he just played the 5-0 mixed with Tyra, and he got gold.
Wow.
So he got gold. He got his gold.
That's
Now he's
good.
So
I like this guy.
yeah,
I gotta keep him on the radar.
he's gonna be good.
So thanks for indulging me about Dave the 11-ounce paddle guy. We know he's Legacy Pro guy. That's cool. And he's making his way up. Yeah. So let's get into some fun questions. Well, actually, I just talked, I had an interview with Dylan and we talked about the overhead smash, thing. So we'll get into that in just a second. Because I know you had fun with that with J-Dub. But so who are the players on tour where you're like, just get out of my face? I don't want to talk to you, man. You got some people like come up to you like, come on now.
Like people on the tour that I just
Yeah,
don't
people on the tour, you don't want to talk to them.
Probably JW because like he doesn't speak English.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know JW. I don't even know what he's talking about most of the time. Federico Stackstrud because I can't understand him either.
Makes sense.
DJ Young because he's got no hands.
Yeah.
Man, I respect his
And he
lack
throws paddles in the crowd. Right.
Yeah, that's the best part about him almost.
That makes them unique.
um, hmm. Probably Jada Villiers because he makes me question my sexuality.
Yeah. He's a handsome fellow, is he not?
Yeah, just I don't know. That's about it for me.
All right. So kind of converse to that, as you came on to the pickleball scene, it's the best players are younger and underage. So in all seriousness, how many friendships have you actually lifelong and meaningful relationship have you made since you actually turned pro and have actually been working with these individuals and playing with them?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think there's so many great people in pickleball too. It's like it's cool because it's such a laid back community.
Yeah.
It's every time I get to these tournaments, I feel like I've got so many friends. I feel like I could talk to anybody. I think there's so many nice people. And I think for me, it's like I just love playing pickleball so much that I think there's a lot of people there that we can just kind of bond over the fact that we just are there because we love playing pickleball.
Right.
And it's a cool thing because in other pro sports like tennis, a lot of them don't really love playing tennis.
Right.
Their whole lives, their parents push them into it. It's not the same thing. But in pickleball, I mean, there's so many guys and girls that I just really think are such great people, like such gems and such like cool people, interesting
Yeah.
people. So it's cool. I think yeah, there's a lot of great energy, great vibrations from a lot of these people. So I just love the kind of just the camaraderie of it. I don't know if it's a camaraderie thing because I want to kill all of them, but I think
Yeah. That might be tough. It's
definitely
a mutual respect.
yeah.
To
Well,
some extent, to some, not everyone, but
yeah, I mean, but I'd say that there's yeah, I think that there's a lot of great people, cool
yeah, that's
people.
cool. Yeah, I mean, since I started playing, it's everywhere you go, no matter what club I'm playing at, it's such a great community of people. They're all nice. They're supportive. They're competitive, which I appreciate, but they're all good people. All right. So let's talk about Dylan Frazier a little bit, which is the nicest person I think in history. But let's let's talk about Dylan Frazier's overhead smash. You mentioned in the interview with JW Johnson that Dylan's overhand smash resembles that of a reset. I spoke with Dylan about this in the interview, and he does agree, James, that work can be done. If you were Dylan's coach, James, how
Uh,
might you help him improve this overhead smash?
I think that for Dylan to improve his overhead smash, um, I don't think it's possible.
It's not. No. Okay.
I don't think it's possible. I think
I
that
was fearing the worst. So
I think he's in a place where improvement. It's interesting because there's so much room for improvement. There's almost more room for improvement with Dylan's overhead than anybody's overhead. There's definitely no room for it to digress or regress.
right. Bottom floor.
Yeah, but it's also something where I think it's just inherently broken.
Mm-hmm. It was like a mental thing.
I
Oh
think he
no,
did start. He was pointing at the ball for a while, but he stopped doing that. He should go back to pointing at
I
the
think
ball.
it's mental, physical, emotional. I mean, it takes a toll on you, right? Because
Yeah.
in practice today, me and JW and Anna Lee were playing with Dylan, and there was a couple points where we decided we're just going to lob every ball. Like we lobbed our third, we lobbed our fifth, seventh, 11th, 13th, and then just because he cannot put it away.
Yeah.
So, is he going to improve it? I don't think so. I think he's. I think he's. I don't know. I don't think it could get any better. I mean, he just got. Yeah, his overhead is just trash.
You know what he told me? He told me he's getting a lot of practice because people kept lobbing him.
Hmm.
So I guess that's one way to look at it. Let me see here. Okay. Have you ever okay, I mentioned Tyson McGuffin breaking his paddle over his knee. Have you ever broken a paddle over your knee
I've never broke.
before? Never broke a paddle at all.
I never really. No, I'm always having so much fun when I play.
Yeah.
Never really have any desire to break anything. My opponent's dreams.
Yes, they're true. That's good. um, are there any players that conduct themselves really well in the court, right? Who are just wild off the court?
Hmm. Dylan Frazier.
I don't believe it.
I'll tell you what.
Is that right?
Not the guy that you think he is. And he's not the guy that I thought he was.
Uh-huh.
Hanging out with Dylan Frazier in Florida, Ryan Sherry 2.0,
Oh boy.
out of his mind.
Okay.
I mean, he's doing things. Dylan is doing things. Me and Anna couldn't even hang out with him. We were starting to lose track of reality. He's
Yeah.
a guy that's just, we want to go to the casino, the strip club. It's like, bro, please. Great. I mean, Dylan's hammered at practice. It's getting absurd.
Yeah. I mean, it might be an intervention soon.
I don't know, man. He's past being saved.
So I need you to speak in the third person here, James. Where is it James Ignatowich looking to be in 5 years?
Um, maybe on to my next venture. I mean, we don't know if pro pickleball is going to be
Yeah.
lucrative in 5 years, but if it is, Jimmy's at the top.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm at the top. I mean, no question.
I mean, you've tasted the blood, right? The blood's in the water. You tasted it. You tasted the gold. You held the trophy. You can't go back down now, James.
Oh, I'm going to go back down now. I mean, Ben and Anna leader back. Ben and Anna leader back. Might go back down now, but I'm on the come up. Like I'm coming up because think about it this way. Think about the top 10 of men's doubles. You've got Ben Johns.
Yep.
Been for longer than who knows, 7 years. Riley Newman, 6 years. Matt Wright. I mean, the guy's 50. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. Dylan Frazier, like 10 years. JW Johnson, 6 years. JW. Tyson, 6 years. Jay, 5 years. Papa Jimmy, 1 year. It's a different situation.
Hugely different situation.
Like, yeah, hugely different situation.
What's the difference? I mean, you look at like a Ben Johns who has been, I mean, to be considered the GOAT. What is he, 23, I think? So that's pretty crazy to call someone the GOAT of a sport, 23. But I guess it is what it is. I mean, do you see someone overtaking him potentially that we don't even know right now, an unknown? Do you see someone overtaking him within the next couple of years?
Yeah, I do. You're looking at him.
I knew that was coming. Big Papa Jimmy taking over the number one spot.
I'm coming home.
Oh, that's fantastic. Let's see here. So if you weren't playing pickleball, right? Let's say, God forbid you get injured, I think you took a gap year in school, you go back, finish your school. What would you be doing?
I think I'd become a massage therapist.
Okay.
I could work on Ben Johns and weaknesses.
Extend him like extend his career like Tom Brady,
No, I would find his weaknesses. And then I'd get back in pickle, and then I would just dominate him because I know him inside and out now.
That's true. How do you see pickleball kind of expanding beyond what it is now, whether it's rule changes, whether it's technology to call line calls for the next 2 to 3 years? How do you see it evolving?
I think that it's important because my theory on this is that appearance fees are going to probably go down, and
Okay.
that prize money might have to go up because with gambling coming into the sport, I think there's going to be a lot more people watching for sure, which is good. And I think that'll maybe make it so that the prize money is a little higher. And if the prize money is as low as it is now, then it's going to be so easy. I mean, what if somebody offers Ben Johns 50 grand to throw a match, where if he wins it, he gets 4 grand?
Yeah.
He's going to take it. I mean, he wouldn't, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You can't have that. So I think the prize money is going to go up, and I think the appearance fees will go down just so that we're playing for more. So because we're playing for so much, I think that the line calls are going to be a bigger deal, and I think there might have to be like a challenge system, maybe 2 refs on every court, maybe just higher quality refs. Because the refs right now, a lot of them are great. There are some stud refs, and then a couple of them are just absolutely so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't name any names because I don't know their names. but they're so dumb.
Guy with the beard, girl with the glasses. Yeah, I get it.
Wow, it's so bad. So it can't be a thing. Like you can't have refs that are, first of all, there's got to be an age limit. You can't be over 70.
That's true.
If you're over 70, you got to be doing something else other than tracking balls going at speeds of,
Lightning.
and then you got to keep track of the score. That's not a job for you at 70. Like take a break.
Well, are all those positions? They're all volunteer, right? At this point.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's where you're gonna get. You have to start paying them. But I think that, to your point, though, as prize money goes up, these calls are really important.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm in Major League Pickleball playing for, 20 grand, and I make a split step, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
split step. It's like, what kind of? This is a sport. We're playing a game. Like, you got to move your feet. I mean, I move my feet way more than other people, and like in the interview, I tried to be nice about it, but it's like, dude, what? I was doing that all match.
Yeah. That I did see that actually. It was a little surprising. But so James, to kind of wrap us up here, I do like to ask for you, if you don't mind, to share a tip or two to the audience here to improve their game. Let's say that you're looking at more of the intermediate group watching us today. And if you want to throw something in for Dylan too, you can go ahead and throw in a tip for him too. But anything you want to, any tip you can provide us?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think everybody should be able to attack out of the air on both sides, because as paddles get better, it's going to be a lot easier for people to start hitting aggressive dinks. They're already great. I mean, a lot of these paddles are really gritty. I mean, I think people are going to get a lot more comfortable putting topspin on their dinks, hitting aggressive putting dinks. So what that means is you've got to be able to take these out of the air and attack them. Because if I'm playing a guy like JW, I can't really dink too aggressively cross court without the fear of him plucking it out of the air and bagging my partner. Right.
Yeah.
Which, so you definitely don't want that. And then there's guys who've got no backhand out of the air attack, like a Riley Newman, for example. And when I played him in mixed, I could dink super aggressively cross court because he can't do shit out of the air because he's got two-hand grip.
That's right.
Problem. So, I mean, he makes it work. He's a great player, but like generally, that's going to be something where everybody's got to be able to take balls out of the air and attack them, because everybody knows out of the air attacks are way higher percentage of success than off the bounce attacks. You get the person earlier, you're reaching it out. There's just less time to react. So I think that's a big thing. And for Dylan, I'm sorry, but I think he'll have to play the right and let his partner take the overheads. And he better find a mixed partner with a good overhead.
Mm-hmm. That is well said. So, James, I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you so much and for being on the show here. And I wish you the best of luck. More goals in the future, I'm sure of it. And I'm hoping more entertaining interviews on court as well.
Definitely more golds. Interviews, entertaining, I can't promise. I mean, I go out there and I just say what comes to my mind. So we'll see. But I'm coming. I'm coming for the top spot.
I like that.
We'll see.
Well, good luck to you and Anna Bright too. Great couple of great players, and we look forward to seeing you both on court soon.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks, James. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.